the 15th century, the Ottoman Empire rose to power, changing the Islamic world forever. But in the East, another empire appeared, the Safavids. Unlike the Ottomans, they followed a different branch of Islam, and this sparked a rivalry that shaped the Middle East for centuries. How did this clash impact the region's history, and why does it still matter today? Before we dive into this epic clash, don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe, and turn on the bell notification so you never miss a story like this. After the fall of Timur's empire in the 1400s, Persia entered a period of anarchy. No one group was able to exercise control over the entire region, and various principalities appeared. These principalities, however, always seemed to be in conflict with each other. With no central authority, diverse and sometimes unorthodox ideas were free to flourish. Although Persia had been mostly Sunni since its conquest in the 600s CE, a Shia movement began to grow in the north, led by a Turkic Sufi order known as the Safavids. The order traced its origins to the chaotic period after the Mongol invasion in the 1200s CE, and over time became more mystical and more hereditary than other Sufi paths. Eventually, the Safavids adopted the Twelver branch of Shi'ism as its official creed. Many Shia empires and principalities had come before the Safavids, but they had never been Twelvers. This was because a core belief of the Twelver branch is that the 12th Imam is in hiding and will only come back at the end of times as the savior of humanity. Most Twelvers believed that political activism should be halted until the Imam returns. The Safavids got around this by implying that the leaders of the group were descendants of Ali and were in contact with the hidden Imam himself, giving them legitimacy as a hereditary Shia political group. With such a fusion of political and religious legitimacy, the Safavids went about creating an empire in the late 1400s. Much like Usman and his descendants known today as the Ottomans, the Safavids led armed incursions into Christian-dominated lands, particularly the Caucasus, north of their base in Azerbaijan. The growing power of the Safavids in the late 1400s, coupled with their heterodox religious views, led to opposition and oppression from the Sunni princes of Persia. In 1488, the leader of the Safavids was killed, and control of the group went to a 2-year-old boy called Ismail. Throughout his childhood, he was in hiding, protected by a group of warriors loyal to him known as the Qizilbash. When Ismail came of age, he proved to be an able military commander as he led the Qizilbash to victory over the Turkish princes of Azerbaijan, eventually capturing the city of Tabriz, which would serve as his capital in 1501. The following years brought more victories, and by 1510, most of Persia was under his rule. Ismail's expansion of the Safavid Empire is due to more than just his military capabilities and Persia's disunity. Ismail also tapped into a long-dormant but powerful sense of Persian nationalism that lay just under the surface of Persian society. Since the Muslim conquest of Persia in the 600s, Persia had not had a native Persian government. The Arabs, and later the Turks and Mongols, dominated the region, even while the general population clung to their pre-Islamic Persian identity. Ismail brought back that identity and declared himself Shah, a pre-Islamic term meaning king. To make the empire even more uniform, Ismail joined together Persian nationalism with Twelver Shi'ism. His branch of the Shia movement became the official religion of the empire and was harshly imposed on the population. Sunni Islam was outlawed, and the population was given a choice to convert, flee, or die. Shia scholars were brought in from outside the empire, notably Iraq and Lebanon, to educate the people in their new beliefs and eradicate the legacy of Sunni intellectualism. The land of great Sunni scholars, such as Abu Hanifa, Ibn Sina, and al-Bukhari, quickly became the center of the Shia movement. But Ismail was not content controlling only the beliefs of the Persians, and hoped to not only convert the people inside his borders to Shiaism, but outside of it as well. Missionaries were sent into Anatolia to encourage the people to adopt Shiaism and rise up against the Ottomans. Unluckily for Ismail, the Ottoman Sultan in power during the 1510s when this missionary work was going on was Sultan Selim I, whose nickname was Yavuz, meaning grim. Needless to say, Yavuz Sultan Selim was not one to sit idly by as outsiders interfered in his empire, especially when they promoted an unorthodox version of Islam. In 1514, Selim invaded the Safavid Empire, seeking to crush Ismail and his army. The two sides met at Chaldoran, near the capital city, Tabriz. In a fight that pitted the Ottoman cannons and guns against Safavid religious fervor, the Ottomans came out on top. Ismail fled with his supernatural aura forever tainted. He supposedly lived the rest of his life in depression and alcoholism, never having gotten over his defeat at the hands of the powerful Sunni Empire. His empire remained intact though. Yavuz Sultan Selim was unable to annex Safavid territory, and the battle served more to formalize the border between the Sunni Ottomans and the Shia Safavids than to end the dynasty. That border remained generally unchanged through the centuries and lives on today as the border between Sunni Turkey and Shia Iran. The Battle of Chaldoran marked the beginning of a bitter and long-lasting rivalry between the Sunni Ottomans and the Shia Safavids. Though Ismail's defeat tainted his divine image, the Safavid Empire endured and continued to evolve under his successors. This initial confrontation set the stage for a series of Ottoman-Safavid wars that would rage for over 2 centuries, with neither side ever fully achieving dominance over the other. But this rivalry was far more than a contest over land. It was a battle of ideologies. The Sunni-Shia divide deepened as the Safavids solidified Persia's transformation into the Shia stronghold we know today as Iran. Meanwhile, the Ottomans rose to become the dominant Sunni power, ensuring that this divide influenced the political and religious dynamics of the Islamic world for centuries to come. The echoes of this historic clash reverberate through the annals of history, shaping alliances, identities, and conflicts in the Muslim world. Even today, the legacies of the Ottomans and Safavids remind us of the enduring impact of faith, politics, and power in shaping civilizations. As we continue exploring these pivotal moments in Islamic history, we'll uncover more stories that challenge what we think we know about the past. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to join us on this journey. Until next time, Assalamu alaikum.